Hey, it's Josh Reimer, and I'm here with my boyfriend Heath in Houston, Texas. And in this episode of the Travel Tidbit, we're going to show you the things that we saw and did during our visit to help you plan yours. So what better way to see the city than to go on a Houston City tour? It's a local company that gives guided sightseeing tours, so you can learn about the nation's fourth largest city while you ride around through it. We got to learn all about the heritage, the culture, see so much of the architecture, and interesting things like the old hanging oak tree, which is believed to be the oldest tree in the county, where possibly at least 11 criminals have been hung from it. And then there was just all kinds of interesting architecture, really old buildings, lots of new stuff. It was just a really cool way to experience the city. And then we went over to the Orange Show. So this was put together by the late Jefferson Davis McIsaac. He was a postal worker who spent about 25 years just building this passion project. It's very weird and interesting and fun with a performance area. And then just a little bit down the block is Smither Park, which is a really creative urban space that a number of artists have contributed to. It's still a work in progress, so interesting to walk through, and it's all about promoting and sustaining self-taught art. Very cool. And then over to the beer can house. So the story goes that the owner, John Milkovich, hated to throw anything away, and after years had collected a ton of beer cans. So in the late 60s, he decided to use them as house siding, and then essentially his whole house got turned into a beer can museum, I guess, is pretty much what it is now. Most of it's in the same shape it was, I think, when he lived in it, and it's just very unusual but interesting. And then for a total change of pace, we went over to the Houston Arboretum and Nature Center. It's about 4 miles from downtown Houston, but a total escape from the hustle and bustle of the city life. It's a 155-acre nonprofit urban nature sanctuary. So they're basically all about education and conservation, protecting the native plants and animals in the city where, of course, development would threaten their survival. And you can walk the 5 miles of trails free of charge. So it's beautiful and it won't cost you a thing. And finally, we went over to the Manila Collection, where they've got artwork from prehistoric times to the present day in skylit galleries. Basically everything here is on display without any information because they want you to have your own interpretation, your own personal encounter with each piece. Their permanent collection takes up about 2/3 of the main building, and then the rest is whatever loan show or artist projects they've got on display at the time. And they want this to be accessible to everyone, so there is no fee. More free stuff! And those are the things that we saw and did during our visit to Houston. Thanks for watching, and see more from our travels at joshreimer.com or by following me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Bye!